accountability for the deaths of aid workers, which is completely unacceptable. Aid workers and those doing humanitarian work, and indeed all innocent civilians, need to be provided with protection. Australia has had a very clear position of supporting a sustainable ceasefire, of calling for it for some period of time. We certainly have already contacted the Israeli government directly. We are contacting the Israeli ambassador to ask for accountability here. The truth is that this is beyond any reasonable circumstances. Someone going about providing aid and humanitarian assistance should lose their life.
The world has expressed horror and anger following an Israeli airstrike that killed 7 aid workers in the central Gaza Strip, and reiterated calls for an immediate ceasefire. U.S.-based aid group World Central Kitchen, WCK, confirmed on Tuesday that its staff members were killed in a targeted attack by the Israeli military. The dead were from Palestine, Australia, Poland, the UK, and US-Canada. The NGO said its team was traveling in a deconflicted area in a convoy of 2 armored cars branded with the WCK logo and a soft-skin vehicle at the time of the strike. WCK called on Israel to stop this indiscriminate killing in Gaza. It also announced that it was pausing its operations in the region. Despite coordinating movements with the IDF, the convoy was hit as it was leaving the Deir el Balah warehouse, where the team had unloaded more than 100 tons of humanitarian food aid brought to Gaza on the maritime route, it said. World leaders echoed the NGO's anger, as Israel's onslaught on Gaza continues to worsen its global image. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese confirmed one of the killed aid workers was Australian national Zomi Frankham. Speaking at a news conference in Brisbane, Albanese said Frankham's death was completely unacceptable and beyond any reasonable circumstances. This news today is tragic. DFAT have also requested a call-in from the Israeli ambassador as well, Albanese said, referring to Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. "We want full accountability for this. This is a tragedy that should never have occurred. The truth is that this is beyond any reasonable circumstances that someone going about providing aid and humanitarian assistance should lose their life, and there were 4 aid workers as well as a Palestinian driver in this vehicle," Albanese added. Albanese also reiterated calls for a sustainable ceasefire. "Australians want to see an end to this conflict," he said. DFAT said earlier in a statement that Australia has been very clear that we expect humanitarian workers in Gaza to have safe and unimpeded access to do their life-saving work. Poland's foreign ministry expressed condolences to the family of its citizen that was killed in a post on X. It added that it objects to the disregard for international humanitarian law and the protection of civilians, including humanitarian workers. Spain's Minister of Foreign Affairs José Manuel Obarraz said he was horrified by the deaths of the aid workers. Spain supports their work. "We demand a ceasefire and the entry of humanitarian aid," he said. Janis Lenarčič, the European Union's Humanitarian Affairs Commissioner, also condemned the attack and called for a ceasefire. "This must stop now," he said in a post on X. Al Jazeera's Hind Kodari, reporting from the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir el Balah, where the deceased's remains were taken, said she had spoken with the aid workers earlier in the day. "Everyone in the hospital is amazed and astonished. They don't believe Israeli forces targeted internationals," Kodari said. The Israeli military has said it is investigating, to understand all the circumstances of the incident, and that it makes extensive efforts to enable the safe delivery of humanitarian aid.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.